We got 1, we've got 2, we've got 3, 4, and 5 different knives we're going to be checking out in this video. This is going to be a crazy unboxing extravaganza here. 3 from Tenable knives, 2 from Kansept knives. In case you didn't know, they are sister brands, by the way. Kansept is a premium brand, Tenable is a more affordable branch. And these are all linked down below in the description and pinned comments if you guys want to check them out. But without further ado, we're going to jump right in and waste no time. What are we starting with on this one? Let's go ahead and get the Rivery Zero here. To do the honors, link down below, USA made, aluminum housing, very fidgety, utility blade, loving carrying this thing a ton. But let's see, what is Tenable up to these days, right? What is this model here? Go ahead and get it open. Oh my goodness, guys, this one is a good one. This one is a good one. We're looking at the Bömbur. It's a Midgard's Messer design. You'll love the very first Bömbur in the channel. So this one is back in stock. That is great news. D2 with purple micarta on this one. So let's take a look here, shall we? Yeah, the Bömbur, the first one, did really good in the channel, to say the least. It's one of the most viewed videos in the channel by far. So you all really seem to like it. We got Tenable paperwork, silica gel, and wiping cloth. That's going to be the case for all these, by the way. So we're going to save some time going forward on the other unboxings. But yeah, this is one of those, I can't believe this is a knife type of knives because this is insane, right? Let's kind of break it down a tad bit here. For starters, right, who would have thought purple and black would have actually popped as much as this does? I had no idea, but this is definitely an interesting color combo. The micarta feels good, right? Feels nice for sure on the hand here. And just check out how much the blade protrudes from the handle. That kind of gives you an idea of what we're dealing with here. We got an opening hole there. You could also use the fuller if you want to. The whole thing is a beefcake, right? Check out the thickness, right? She's definitely a thick one for sure. Check that out. Even the blade is pretty thick. So let's go ahead and get the blade deployed here and bam, right? Check this out. I'm going to give her a nice little wipe here. I made a good point on the original overview video. I was saying that, you know, this collaboration with Midgard's Messer is a win for everybody, right? If you really try to buy the counterpart, the actual premium knife from Midgard's Messer directly, I mean, we're talking about a $300, $400 knife, whereas this one is way under $100. So definitely a good price proposition here for what you're getting. So we said D2 blade, which is a good thing that is all blacked out for corrosion resistance. And then we have, again, a beautiful drop point blade here with plenty of belly here. Towards the front, it is going to be a liner lock with very good, I want to say, initial lockup. You have a good life left on it. Nice and easy to push down and to the left and disengage. The blade is so heavy, it's going to drop shut all on its own. Check that out. Look at this. Nice. And I think for this restock, they have plenty of other variants available. So if this black and purple perhaps is not your cup of tea, they have a few other variants as well. Obviously, this is going to accommodate big old bear paws. My baby hands are not going to do it justice, but you can clearly see, right? Obviously, yeah, the multiple different placements. I could even hammer grip way back here, and look how much room there is. So definitely very solid there as far as being able to accommodate larger hands. I do feel the pocket clip a tad bit, and this is a very interesting sort of take on a pocket clip because it's kind of hollowed out in the middle. Kind of gives you wire clip vibes without being a wire clip. So an interesting call for sure. I'm going to go a solid 9 out of 10 there in the ergos department. But yeah, pretty tall handle. You're lock and loaded and ready to get some work done without a doubt. Big old lanyard solution back here. Big, long stainless steel back spacer. That just kind of adds a good amount of weight to it. I mean, you do feel this as the large overbuilt tank that it is. Don't get me wrong. So I know that my micarta helps a little bit, but I still feel it's a little bit on the heavier side. And that's, again, intentional. There is a little bit of milling on the inside for weight reduction, so that helps quite a bit, all right, on both sides. And this is the OG, by the way, right? This is the one that got all those views here on the channel. It was a red G10 with the frag pattern. The blade is also D2 black washed, just like this one. But that frag pattern is really, really grippy on G10. Everything else pretty much the same. I don't know if they have this red one in stock, but I do know they have an Ultim version. Obviously, this purple micarta and a few others. So definitely check those links, see what's available. This was out of stock for a while, so definitely something you want to hop on right away and pick one up if you're interested. They are not going to last long, I can tell you that. But let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Again, we got quite a few knives here to go through. This next one here, bada bing, bada boom. This next one, we're looking at the Tenable Fenrir Sparrow Knife design, black wash nitro V, red anodized aluminum, and the fish scale texture. Oh man, they actually did a pretty good job with that fish scale texture, I'll tell you that. So here is the wiping cloth, and here is the knife. Let's take a look. Let's see what the sauce is all about here with this new Fenrir model. Ooh, already looking pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. Oh man, let's get a closer look here. We have aluminum on this one. Already loving it. We've seen micarta versions of the Fenrir. We've seen G10 versions of the Fenrir, but they put aluminum on this one and it looks so good. And by the way, in case you don't know, the Fenrir started on the Kansept lineup as a premium knife, and they have brought it over to the obviously more affordable Tenable branch, so that's always a win-win for everybody. So you can get your hands on a Fenrir, which is absolutely such a sweet knife. The pocket carry clip that is reversible. It is a Sparrow Knife Works collaboration, aka Greg Schaub. And let's just go ahead and get this thing deployed, because we have this button right here, and that could only mean one thing and one thing only. So bam, right there's that beautiful blade that you know and love, absolutely, with a little bit of a coat here for making sure it arrives to you in the best possible shape. A little bit of a oil coating there, which we are going to wipe off. And are we looking at a button liner lock? The answer is absolutely, without a doubt, ladies and gentlemen, yes. Right, that is absolutely correct. Now, this is a beautiful thing, right? For a little bit of a history lesson, right? Spyderco with their compression lock. This is basically a liner lock at the top instead of at the bottom, right? Spyderco had the patent on the compression lock for a long time, and it just recently expired. So many companies have been doing their own versions of a button operated liner lock. They just can't call it the button operated compression lock, because compression, right, lock is actually patented. So companies like Vostede, companies like Kaiser, and a few others, Quechua knives, have been doing the button operated liner lock, which is very sweet, right? Even for context with Spyderco, if you wanted to have this same sort of feeling, you had to get a compression made easy sort of button to glue to the liner tab here, just to make it work like a button. It'll be easier, right, on your finger, and you'll be able to deploy it more comfortably than what you get out of the box by default with the compression lock. But these companies have figured it out, right? Nice little button here, it moves the liner, and bada bing, bada boom, right? You get the nice solid action, very robust lockup, finger safe on the close, of course, since you're just pushing the button. You're not dealing with the liner over here or anything like that. It is going to be obviously on ball bearings, so the action is so smooth as you would expect. I like that the thumb studs are nice and separate from the handle, so we can reverse flick here, we can thumb deploy all day. Loving the grip here on the orange, on the red aluminum scales. And then it has a nice little combo here of black and red. So that being said, of course, the ergos on this thing are going to be really nice. Able to get a full purchase on this bad boy here, full 4-finger grip. You can always forward choke, and that's where it feels at home. So finger here on the choil, thumb right behind the poon. I mean, this is a flat grind with a beautiful, what are we calling this, harpoon clip point blade? Something like that. Let me know your best guesses in the comment. One thing's for sure though, we got a pokey tip, Nitro V steel, which is awesome. Think of Nitro V as like maybe a step above D2 and 14C28N, right? So love to see that. German steel, if I'm not mistaken. And then we have some milling on the inside for weight reduction. We have aluminum scale, so those are pretty lightweight by default as well. And also that pocket clip that Kansept uses is also very nice and comfortable. I'm gonna give it a good 9. Yeah, good solid 9 out of 10 there for sure. So action, very nice and fidget friendly, no doubt about it. Oh man, they just keep on making the Fenrir better and better every single time. Next, we're gonna be checking out the Entity, and I went ahead and removed all the plastic and all that to save some time. Water Ripple Damascus, rose gold aluminum with checkered texture, right? This one should be interesting as well. Let's go ahead and dig in here, shall we? All right, we got the typical unboxing, right, items that we looked at before. And this one's got, okay, hold on a second. You got kind of like a light pink looking color on this one. Very interesting choice. Let's take a look at the Entity. All right, what is the Entity all about? Whew. Right off the bat, I got to tell you, whatever color combo you choose, because this one is available on different color combos. So maybe if this pink one is not your cup of tea, you do have plenty of other aluminum colors to choose from on the handle end of things. But this texture right here, I love this, right? Love me some good old milling texture on a handle all day, every day. Love to see that. Looks like this one's going to be a button operated plunge lock. So not a liner lock, but a plunge lock. It's a little bit different how it works to the button operated liner lock we just looked at on the Fenrir a second ago. Then we have some jimping back here for the flipper. And looks like that no thumb studs. Would have loved to see some thumb studs on here. Looks like we definitely have some good amount of space for thumb studs. So I'm not sure why they didn't do that. But without further ado, bam, right? Check out the blade. All right, that is an interesting Damascus pattern right there. It's called Water Ripple. And it does look like water whenever like drops land on a river or a lake or what have you, how it ripples, right? Kind of gives you that ripple effect. Let me just go ahead and wipe it down a bit here, give you a better look. All right, this is what it looks like without all the oils that it comes with. We have a clip point with a swedge, right? Almost a full flat grind pretty much. The flat grind goes all the way to up here. Perhaps they didn't do thumb studs to, you know, make sure that nothing gets in the cutting path. If that was the case, that's understandable. And let's see, good solid lock up there with the plunge lock button lock. We've seen this in the channel many times. It is a cylinder under a coil spring tension that basically falls into this groove right here on the blade, kind of lock it in place. It's not going to be as strong as the button operated liner lock. Like this implementation here on the Fenrir is a stronger button lock implementation than this one here. Just something to keep in mind. We'll do a quick whack test in a moment. But let's see. As far as the action goes, I mean, these are super fidgety. I think the ProTech Malibu was the one that popularized button locks some years ago. And then every company has really taken a stab at making a button lock throughout the past few years. So as far as that goes, you have at least 2 deployment options with the button, with the flipper. I did notice you want to really put some effort on the flipper, otherwise you can fail it. Right, there is no D10 here. The plunge lock itself is doing the D10 work. So we don't have a D10 ball, so there's not that much resistance. You do want to light switch it, because if you push button it, you will fail it. So something to keep in mind. Ergos, pretty solid here with my average size hands, able to get a full purchase. I could even, you know, do a little hammer grip back here. If you have bigger hands, obviously you will be able to accommodate without any issues. We have the same pocket clip as in the Fenrir. Absolutely love to see that. It's a pretty straightforward, comfortable pocket clip, gets the job done, 9 out of 10. Exposed liners with 2 standoffs, sandwich construction if you would. And then we have some milling on the inside for weight reduction. It does feel like a lighter knife without a doubt, right? Aluminum, which is pretty lightweight compared to the steel, and all the steel is all milled out. So weight wise, it actually feels pretty good. Now, you have a pretty tall blade, so this one is pretty capable. It's gonna be a slicing monster. It's actually not that thick either. Definitely is gonna be a performer without a doubt. Let's go ahead and do the subscribe stick of truth here, right? Quick little test. Plunge lock, button lock. So far it's pretty sturdy, right? No movement there. I'm gonna move my fingers out the way. All right, that's pretty solid. Let's do a few more. All right, that's pretty good. So needless to say, it passes the whack test and doesn't have any button stick or anything. So kudos to Tenable for making it a good button lock experience. I'll tell you that. Some companies, even all these years later, still manage to do some button stick or what have you on button lock knives like this one. Well, not the case here. And in case there were any doubts, it passes the whack test for what it's worth. But let's go ahead and finish off strong here with 2 Kansept knives. I did realize both of these are the same model. Both of these are coming with a Kansept Nico sticker and a Main Street sticker as well. So those are pretty neat, right? Each of these bring these 2 stickers. And we're looking at both of these are actually I noticed this, the Korvid V, right? Both of them are the Korvid V. It looks like we have 2 variants. We have rose gold coated D2 with a black G10 and a diamond pattern. And then we have black wash D2, JG10 with purple undead print. So that should be interesting. Let's check them out here, right? One at a time, shall we? All right, let's see. So this is, whoa, that's what that one looks like. By the way, what's extra on this one is you get an additional Omega spring on the box, right? Additional pair to be exact. So that tells me these are going to be crossbar locks. All right, checking out this first one here, right? This is the undead print. And the box says JG10, which makes sense. JG10, and then it has this print on top. And it's got purples and greens and dark lines. Got some eyes and some teeth, kind of like a skull looking on both sides. Pretty dope print. I wouldn't necessarily say this is my cup of tea personally, but I'm sure a lot of you guys out there would love to have one of these in your collection. So this is going to be a giveaway knife here soon. Guys, will you believe that we just passed 50,000 subscribers? That was the goal before the end of the year, and we just hit it a few days ago, right around my birthday. So it was the best birthday gift ever. Thank you all so much. So a giveaway is coming here very, very soon if it isn't out already. So definitely stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you aren't already. But without further ado, let's get this thing deployed, and bam, right? There is the Korvid V in its full glory. Now, this is another chunker of a knife for sure. Kind of like a pocket tank cleaver of sorts, right? Check that out. We have a long fuller, flat grind. We have D2 steel on this one, blacked out, which is nice. And the collaboration here is with Kutch Tools. And I mean, you've probably seen some videos of the Korvid V by now, right? It's absolutely crazy chunker of a knife here. And now with the crossbar lock, I want to say, correct me if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, did the Korvid have a crossbar lock before, or was it a frame lock? I want to say it was a frame lock, but either way, right, the action is pretty sweet. Since there is some weight on the blade, it drops shot really nicely, and we have ball bearings here, so check that out. Thumb deployment is good, reverse flick, oh yeah, that is also good. So all deployment options are nice. You have a tall handle here to hang on to, pretty large for bigger hands if you wanted to, so it accommodates larger hands without a doubt. This little curvature right here, perfect for your thumb to get some work done, and you still have some belly as well. Yeah, if you're doing slightly more hardcore tasks, this one is definitely going to deliver in that department without a doubt. Let's go ahead and check out the other variant right here. I'm not going to keep you guys waiting. Let's go ahead and see what this other variant is all about. And oh man, okay, I'm loving this one. I want to say this one's probably right up my alley as far as what my cup of tea or taste is more like. We have G10 on this one, but the G10 is not some boring G10. We got some lines, we have some diamond pattern milling going on. So that's a way to spice things up. Kansept, more of this, please. That is absolutely the sauce right there. And I like the rose gold. Again, to me, it kind of looks more like a bronze color, but other companies are calling this a rose gold finish. So matching hardware all throughout, pocket clip, the crossbar lock, the liners, the blade itself is going to be all matching. It is an exposed liners sandwich construction with two standoffs back here, and there's your lanyard solution. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Bam, right? Check it out. Same sauce, but with a different color wave. Gotta love it. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but this color combo absolutely pops. Absolutely pops. Yeah, action is just as good on this one. Hold on, let me calibrate how much flick of the wrist it takes. Oh yeah. I mean, for the size, it's still somewhat of a fidget monster, right? Absolutely very fidget friendly. And this thing is an absolute workhorse. If you're doing trash day, right, you're destroying cardboard boxes, right, on trash day, this thing will absolutely destroy that cardboard for sure. It's definitely going to perform really well on more hardcore tasks without a doubt. Got the handle to match and the aesthetics for it. So absolutely a very interesting knife through and through. Did I mention the pocket clip is very deep carry and also reversible? I mean, by now, you know, a lot of companies know if it's a crossbar lock, it's a very ambidextrous friendly knife. So they kind of fit it with all the good stuff that it needs. And this is the same sort of pocket clip that we see on the Tenable lineup, but with the Kansept little logo on it. It's a really good pocket clip. So if it ain't broken, don't fix it. So it works. Let's do a quick roundup here, right? Quick rapid fire roundup. So here we got the two Korvid Vs, two different colorways right there. This one is the new Tenable Entity right there. We got the button operated liner lock Fenrir, one of my absolute all-time favorites. And of course, the good old Bömbur from Tenable Knives and Midgard's Messer collaboration. You guys love to see it. You guys absolutely love this knife. So yeah, definitely pick them up while they last. I know some of these go out of stock here at different times. So if you see something you like, I have links down below in the description and pinned comments so you guys can check them out. Prices, availability, and variants. It does help out the channel when you use those links. That's entirely up to you and at zero extra cost, of course, highly appreciated. Most importantly, guys, let me know which of these is your favorite from the whole roundup. Which one stood out the most to you and why? What do you like about them? What do you love about them? Is there anything you dislike about them? All feedback is welcome. Let's hang out in the comment section down below. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.